So, are you vegan or vegetarian?
No, I'm not.
No.
Are you vegan or vegetarian?
No.
Are either of you vegan?
No.
No. Vegetarian?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys vegan or vegetarian?
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not.
Okay. So, are you vegan or vegetarian?
I am not, no.
Yeah, neither am I.
Okay.
Vegan or vegetarian?
I am not.
What is your view on veganism and vegetarianism?
I think it's hard to do, and if you do it right, it can be done. But nutritionally, I feel like it's hard to do because like a lot of people don't get a lot of the nutritional things that they actually need to get from meats that actually have acids and all these other weird things that you can only get from meats.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, it's I feel like it's good.
I think it's great. I think it's great for the environment. I mean, I feel like, more people went vegan or vegetarian, then, we'd be a lot closer to stopping global warming. But it's also not easy.
Yeah, it's like, that's what you want to do. Go ahead. Absolutely, go get it.
All right.
I mean, from an ethical standpoint, that's kind of why I started when I was like pretty little. But I don't think I'm making a huge difference, but it just makes me feel a little bit better. Just about, yeah.
I totally respect it. If I could pull off being a vegan, I would, but I just don't think that's like possible.
A personal choice, just depending on what somebody feels. I don't know.
I don't know. I see the reasons for doing it, like the ethical
For sure, yeah.
reasons and everything, but I don't know. I feel like I make an effort to eat like locally and stuff anyway, so I don't know if it's completely necessary for me personally.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. I think it's a great thing. I'd like to try to eat more vegetarian unless I don't eat a lot of meat, but yeah.
I completely respect it. I see like why people do it, and I say go them. That's an amazing lifestyle.
Do you think there should be a push from the government to be more leaning towards veganism and vegetarianism?
Not here. I feel like we're doing like Vermont does a fairly good job. We got City Market. There's like a lot of like restaurants that do like have a lot of vegan options and stuff like that, dairy free, all that good stuff. I feel like Vermont's a good spot to be vegan if you want.
Dude, I'm trying to eat less meat. Ideally I want to be vegetarian, but it's a uphill battle which I'm not currently winning.
I think that they should not necessarily force anybody to do that, because I feel like that's a personal choice that people should be able to make, but they can definitely have more vegetarian options and encourage people to make that choice to help the environment.
I think just the current state of our planet as a whole, I think we need to, the government needs to be pushing for a lot like healthier eating habits, just in general, just because like the meat industry is so terrible for our planet. We can't force people to eat, no meat, but it would be a good idea to like start
towards it.
Yeah, substitutes.
Yeah, I'm with her. I think that just educating people on like what our food is and where it comes from and that whole sustainability aspect of it and like what the pros and cons of
I
everything.
think there should be more of a push just for like being humane to animals, I guess, and like push for local foods, local meat, eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
I think not necessarily like for veganism or vegetarianism.
I think definitely there should be more antibiotic-free and organic meats promoted and less cruelty towards animals.
I think so, because I think I do respect animals and animal treatment. So, yes.
Yes, because of the environmental impacts that it causes.
How many days a week do you guys eat meat?
Usually all the days of the week. I wish I didn't.
Yeah. You?
Probably the same.
Same? Yeah. Every day? Okay.
Probably like I don't eat that much meat. I eat a lot of fish. So I'd say maybe like three times a week-ish.
I mean, it depends on what they got in the dining hall. But personally, I don't find, like, I don't get my protein from anything other than meat. So I try to eat meat at least once a day.
Okay.
I don't eat meat.
Yeah.
I only eat it like twice a week because I only eat chicken. So.
Probably 3 to 4.
I think I probably eat some meat every day. Yeah.
I probably eat meat twice a month.
Twice a month?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Probably 7.
Every day.
Do you think there's a need for change due to these mass productions of farming?
Definitely. Definitely.
Totally, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Or veganism, or just
Like
everything?
just because of meat, like the big industry of
Yeah.
meat and farming and.
Well, see, all fucking mass and fucking big farming, that's all bad, Like, try it, yeah. So I just say support your local, farms and stuff like that, buy local, all that good shit, that's good. But yeah, don't, like, get fucking, mass-produced goddamn, like, fucking plastic oranges and shit, It's not good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you can't deny that especially the beef industry in America alone is 100% crippling our ecosystem. So I think that people definitely should be informed about that, and that, there should be some repercussions for that.
Yeah, as I said before, like the meat industry and like the dairy industry, even though I'm a vegetarian and I like drink dairy, yeah, it's terrible for our environment, and it will continue to be terrible for our environment. And with the way our planet is heading, like we need to figure out substitutions really fast.
Probably, yeah. I know it affects like water supply a lot, so I think there probably should be more awareness of that, I guess, especially with like cow farms, I guess, dairy farms.
Yeah, we definitely see that in Lake Champlain. All the runoff going into our lake.
Yeah, I would also just say travel costs, like making sure that the meat that you eat is local and not being shipped overseas would be ridiculous.
Yes. I don't know all the science behind it, but from what I've read and seen, it is very wasteful the way we produce meat in this country, and not very ethical.
Yes, I do think there needs to be a change.
Yes.
Okay. Much higher energy footprint than any plant-based protein, and it takes 75 times more energy to produce meat than corn. And it takes an area of vegetation 7 times the size of Europe to produce food for cattle and other livestock for Europe. And 1 hectare of rice or potato can feed 19 to 22 people, but 1 hectare of beef or lamb can feed 1 to 2 people. As well, it takes 2 to 3 calories of fossil fuel to produce 1 calorie of protein of corn, wheat, or soybean, but for beef it takes 54 calories for 1 calorie of protein. So it's a lot more fossil fuels being wasted. As well, the climate change impact is quite severe. It's increasing the global climate 3 degrees a year, just like from greenhouse gas emissions and other things like, methane. And I mean, that is a greenhouse gas, but, it's not doing well for our world. Yeah, so just like hearing these things, like, what do you think?
I think it's great to have knowledge and information, and then you can make decisions that might be a little wiser and more informed. So I think I would consider vegetarianism, maybe not veganism right now. So
how does that make you feel?
I think I realize most of the stuff, and I'm still disgusted. I feel very guilty, and I'm gonna try to eat less meat as usual.
I think that if the government knows this, then they should try to come up with some plan to do something and try to get as many people involved as possible. What that plan is, I don't know, but something.
I think just like the whole thing of just like mass growing and mass farming in general is just bad. So just like vegetables included, probably not as bad as you were saying and stuff like that, to energy efficient and stuff like that. But yeah, I just say local everything. Go to local farms, get local animals and stuff like that are actually treated right. That's I'm fine with that. Go hunting. Hunting's actually good for the environment.
I did just read something that shows that there are people doing studies, and there's research being done to actually start growing meat, growing chicken from stem cells. And I think that that's definitely a good sign that people are finally coming around and being we need to change the way things have been done. So I think that's positive. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot of information around for people to know, hey, by the way, all of the meat processing and all of the meat just in general in our country alone is really having a huge impact on the the ecosystem. There we go.
Insect farming, I mean, that brings up like a whole other ethical question, but I think it's a really good idea just because insects are so easy to grow and farm, and they're very inexpensive and they're very high in protein. And, you know, right now it might seem like gross, and so does the fact, like, you know, asking people to stop eating meat when they've eaten meat for their entire lives, it may seem like counterproductive and bossy, but like our earth is being destroyed and like we need to stop it. So I think like it's worth it to stop eating meat if we want to like keep living.
Oh, I'm still processing, I guess. It's a lot.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad now for eating meat at all.